Can you take it back? Please, someone you were about to switch. Nerves, anxiety, and all the chills continue for the last day of the group games right here in the COSAFA Women's Championship. It is Mozambique and Lesotho going head to head. This is what the group looks like. Only one position remains in the semi-finals. Mozambique at the summit of it all. Lesotho could cause a big upset as they're alive. Their wishes are still alive. Well, this is Mozambique arriving. They will know Lesotho very well as they have met earlier on this year. They played 2 international friendlies and both those games ended up in draws. That is Coach Victor, who is the man who's at the helm of this Mozambican side. He says that he's friends with everyone, but on the field of play, certainly everyone turns into a foe. Mozambique only managed to score 1 goal within their previous game. That puts them with 3 points today. They will want to make sure that they do not concede, and they'll want to make sure that they score as many goals as they can to progress. Well, this is going to be their opposition from the mountainous kingdom. This is Lesotho. They arrive in Gqeberha, and let me tell you, these conditions are somewhat similar to what they're used to within their hometown. The first game that they played up against Zimbabwe was not welcoming, as unfortunately they have already conceded 3 goals. Well, Mozambique as well as Lesotho go head to head for a 3rd time this year. But who will come out victorious of the 2 games that they've played? They were not able to be separated. So will they be sharing the spoils today and complicating that group? Or will there be one team that certainly decides the fate of Zimbabwe and themselves? Let's take a look as to what the coaches had to say prior to this encounter.
Number 20, Alvaro, the substitute for Mozambique. Number 2, Ernesto Chigembe. Number 6, Belchia Astani. Number 8, Albertina Ponja. Number 10, Joao Miguel. Number 12, Jose Costa. Number 13, Yvonne Petrit. Number 15, Sia Miller. Number 18, Carolina Coimbra. Number 19, Aprilia Machada. Number 21, Pereira Daudi. Number 22, Philo Musa. Number 23, Isabel Alberto, the coach from Mozambique, Victor Matide. Now for Lesotho, number 16, Mama Halade Maki Binyane. Number 3, Agnes Dibuka. Number 5, Tato Mapepesa, captain. Number 7, Ulebohe Muloi. Number 8, Litswana Alonso. Number 11, Ndibohele Ramotsuku. Number 14, Masebe Khashade. Number 15, Fuzi Mulife. Number 17, Tabele Putzane. Number 18, Masreti Mushoro.
Nerves, anxiety, and all the chills continue for the last day of the group games right here in the COSAFA Women's Championship. It is Mozambique and Lesotho going head to head. This is what the group looks like. Only one position remains in the semi-finals. Mozambique at the summit of it all. Lesotho could cause a big upset as they're alive. Their wishes are still alive. Well, this is Mozambique arriving. They will know Lesotho very well as they have met earlier on this year. They played 2 international friendlies and both those games ended up in draws. That is Coach Victor, who is the man who's at the helm of this Mozambican side. He says that he's friends with everyone, but on the field of play, certainly everyone turns into a foe. Mozambique only managed to score 1 goal within their previous game. That puts them with 3 points today. They will want to make sure that they do not concede, and they'll want to make sure that they score as many goals as they can to progress. Well, this is going to be their opposition from the mountainous kingdom. This is Lesotho. They arrive in Gqeberha, and let me tell you, these conditions are somewhat similar to what they're used to within their hometown. The first game that they played up against Zimbabwe was not welcoming, as unfortunately, they have already conceded 3 goals. Well, Mozambique as well as Lesotho go head-to-head for a 3rd time this year. But who will come out victorious of the 2 games that they've played? They were not able to be separated. So will they be sharing the spoils today and complicating that group? Or will there be one team that certainly decides the fate of Zimbabwe and themselves? Let's take a look as to what the coaches had to say prior to this encounter. Coach, welcome to your last game. This is the deciding game. One that we know can be very tricky regardless of depending on the outcome. Let me know how much pressure is there on your team.
Yes, well, so I can't say that we're 100% because we need to be 100% when we're making a lot of games. So we're ready to play a good game today, respecting our opponent because he has got a good team. We played with them in Mozambique, 2 friendly matches. It's a good, very, very good team, and I respect Lesotho. So we'll try to do our best in order to get a good result.
In this competition, Lesotho has already conceded 3 goals. How important are your attacking players going to be in this encounter?
Yes, I can't think about the 3 goals that this team conceded. The games are not the same. The last game, maybe it was an accident because I saw the game. Today, they can show different performance. So we must be careful. Although we know their weakness and they are strong in some situations. So we'll try to do our game philosophy in order to get a good result.
What philosophy are you looking to employ today? Because we look at your last year's starting 11, and it's almost the same as the one that you used.
Yes, so I have the same starting 11. We played on Thursday last week. My players are recovering sufficiently. 5 days, it's enough. So maybe tomorrow, if we qualified, we'll rest, and then so the semi-final, I have to make some change because the time to rest and to recover the players is too short.
And just finally, how important is Lonica and Kuta going to be in this encounter?
Yes, we doesn't look for individual players. I'm so focused on the group. So both are good players, but I'm focused on the group.
Coach, all the best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Coach, how have you regrouped your players following the game that you had, which was your opening game?
Thank you for having me. We have a few changes, especially at the back, because that's where we lapsed the last game we played against Zimbabwe. So we tried to tighten our defense, and because we played Mozambique a month ago, I think, we also tried to introduce spirit players because they are a very spirit team, so we need to counter that. So we try to at least have one or two changes in the middle and outside in the wings. So we think the game today, all we need to do is to make sure that we score goals and we don't concede early. That will be something that will maybe uplift the morale of the players so that we can at least have hope to qualify for the semi-finals.
Do the players still believe that they have a chance? Do they understand, based on how the format of this competition is, that it's still alive for them?
We all believe that because anything can happen in football. Goals are scored in early minutes of the game. Games are scored later in the game. So anything is possible.
Coach, the conditions today, it's very wet outside. Considering the fact that you did play Mozambique and both those games ended up in a draw. How are you looking to use the conditions to your advantage, also knowing that Lesotho are bad?
We can't control the weather. We can't control the conditions of the pitch. But all we need to do is to work as a team and make sure we play according to our strengths and make sure we capitalize on their weaknesses. And I think if we can do that, we can come winners at the end of the game.
Coach, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Madibas Stadium for the final match that is in the group phases. It is Group D. It is Mozambique that are up against Lesotho. Well, beautiful conditions out here. The sun has come out. It was a wet morning. Having a look at the bench and hoping and wondering who will make it over the line. Looking at Mozambique, on the other hand, who believe that they've come so far not to disappoint. So the same objective, which is to get 3 points, that will qualify them into the next phase. This will also be the game that decides who plays South Africa, who were the winners of Group A. The four girls and flag bearers taking their position on the pitch. It's a very wet pitch, but fantastic drainage system that has made sure that the game is playable and there are no qualms or issues around the waterlogged pitches. And this is commendable to the groundsman, who's done a fantastic job to make sure that all is well. Backlines are drawn, and it is time to allow the two teams to make their way onto the park. Mozambique needing a draw just to get and book a place into the semi-finals and face South Africa. However, Lesotho are still in with a chance. There could be 3 teams with the same number of points, and Zimbabwe, who currently have 3 points after their win, and Mozambique also sitting with 3 points. Lesotho at the bottom of the group, yet to get their points. Belief written all over the face, and the coaches have done their jobs as the two teams line up for the national anthems and then the customary greetings.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Mozambique.
Mozambique, nossa terra gloriosa, pedra, pedra construindo um novo dia, mesmo que braços, uma só força, ó Pátria Mãe, vamos vencer. Moçambique, nossa terra gloriosa, pedra, pedra construindo um novo dia. De braços, uma só força, ó Pátria Mãe.
And now national anthem of Lesotho.
Singing from the heart, singing with purpose, and the national anthems are just spurring those girls to go on and do the unthinkable. Mozambique line up in a familiar lineup to that of their previous match. No changes that are being picked up as Kadila Kuta, Mutula Kadzembe, as well as Banze as the captain remain in their position. Eva Costa, Sina Manuel could come in and make a difference. Kuta and Marseille up front, Tawana, Mutula on the left and right hand side with the 4-4-2 formation. Very balanced in their attempt to get over the line. Lesotho getting into a huddle and taking their team picture, and that is our officials hailing from South Africa. It's Akona Makalima, Nandi Pamenze and Mercy Zulu. Tsepe of Botswana is the fourth official. That is the team of Mozambique, and also getting into their customary pitches. We'll have a look at the two captains who are getting ready for the toss, and the lineup will just follow up shortly. But the captains and the referees for our VAR are present, and they will be introduced in a moment or so. Our VAR referees who are also contributing immensely. That is the room. Ines Gumbo and Diana Chikotesha of Malawi and Zambia, respectively. This is the lineup for Lesotho.
Yeah, well, Lesotho making 4 changes after the 1-0 defeat to Zimbabwe. Twanela Agnes Leboka comes in at left back. Molebohang Moloi comes in midfield. Masareti Mohoslo also comes in midfield. And of course, Bokang Nsane comes in at centre back with coach Shalaine Lehlola, making 4 changes to the starting lineup from the previous match. And of course, the formation for Lesotho will be a 4-3-3, trying to exploit and counter the 4-4-2 that will be employed by Mozambique.
Coach who believes in the tiki-taka, Shalane. He wants his ladies to go out there, keep possession, look after the ball. Jose Victor, that is the coach, Martine of Mozambique. He also fancies his chances in this match. The game is almost underway, and referee Akona Makalima is ready to get us started for this encounter. Mozambique in the yellow uniform attacking the goal from the right to the left of your screen, and Lesotho in the familiar green uniform with a bit of blue trimmings. They attacking from the left to the right. The weather has been on pause in terms of the rain, and players looking forward to getting the match underway, and so does referee Akona Wakalima. So Mozambique come into this match with 1 win, 3 points, 1 goal against. Lesotho having lost the previous match, and that was a 3-0 drubbing. They went into the break with a 0-0 scoreline, and that gets us going. 0-0 scoreline against Zimbabwe, and pieces fell off the radar in the second half. 3 goals are scored by Zimbabwe. Mozambique, on the other hand, having scored a slender 1-0 against Zimbabwe. Ball in the box, and immediately questions been asked of the goalkeeper, who appeared to be very hesitant to come out in that moment. This is the expanse of play. Ball delivered by Kashane. Waiting for a connection. There was Lonica expecting a supply that was a beautiful one, I must say, in terms of getting the ball in the right areas. So Lonica missing out on an opportunity to get the fastest goal of the tournament. Free kick in a positive area. Well, Dane Clayton is alongside me for this encounter. We're looking at 2 teams that have gone back to basics. More so Mozambique, using the 4-4-2, wanting the balance, looking for players like Joanna and Kuta in the front to make use of those opportunities. Lesotho, they have the belief to say, we have ball-playing players, and we also have a bit of the speed, so a 4-3-3. How do you look at these 2 sides and think they will pan up? We'll get your answer after the free kick is being taken. The responsibility given to Aurora, and she gives a signal that she's holding the hip. Let's see how she fares with this. That ball just leaving the foot and going over the woodwork.
Yeah, all to play for in this matchup against Mozambique and Lesotho. I think both teams are still able to qualify if we look at the connotations. With of course Mozambique beating Zimbabwe 1-0, and Lesotho obviously going down to Zimbabwe, contrasting results. But they'll be looking at obviously rectifying that Lesotho and getting a result and trying to get to the 3 points that everybody's on.
While looking for the massive 3 points, as the player gets a couple of fingers into her eye, and referee immediately blows the whistle and throws some caution to the players out there to be very, very careful. It is the captain, that is Amelia, who is the guilty party, and flat she goes on her back. So a free kick very early in this half that is presented to Lesotho.
Yeah, it's also to note there's only 3 teams in this group, and the margin for error becomes a little less with only 3 teams in the group, whereas the teams with 4 teams in the group can always rectify a bad result, but with 3 teams they can't.
Lonica Vasco brings in Sidalia, Daniel, Kuta. There's the ball on the blind side. Ball bobbling in the big box. Picked up by Joao Alvarez. Throw in. And there's a haste about Mozambique. They're looking for that early goal.
Yeah, no, fantastic start by Mozambique, showing early intent. And of course, making box entries in the first 3 minutes. Already 2-3 times they've arrived in Lesotho's box in the opening 3 minutes.
So the 4 players at the back for Lesotho will have to be careful. That is Kashane, Nsane, Mapepetsa, as well as Liboka. Those are the 4 players in the middle of the park. It's Moloi, Mohlolo, and Tibeling Ramasoko. Potsane, Molefe, and Maloro up front. Player is outside the field, and hence the game can continue. They don't have to stop the play, and this is how she got injured, just twisting her ankles. It looks like she did a number on her own.
Yeah, just a little bit of a clash with the opposition player of Mozambique over there, and a little bit of discomfort. I think probably studs on top of her boots, as it looks like. But she's already outside, so we're expecting the match to continue.
The match should continue, and the player who's on the outside of the touchline receiving treatment seems to have got a little bit of a nibble on the toes in this cold weather that can be rather disturbing. So throw in for Lesotho. Kashane. Very workman-like. You're looking at Chingweleze. Ines Chingweleze. He had to start Lesotho in that attacking momentum. Another opportunity. Lesotho making a little bit of inroads into the opposition half. Leboka takes a throw in. Again, the same player gets it out of the half, and Kuta is the player for Mozambique who's expected to get those goals. Mozambique are a team that are currently on the top of Group B. Kuta has a chance for Mozambique. Keeper comes out, pulls off a good save, and the defence tidying up. Quickly tracking back, but not getting it on target.
Yeah, again, good intent showing by Mozambique. They're good interplay and link-up play by the two attacking players. Of course, putting her through on goal, and the keeper equal to the task on that occasion.
Oh, you've got to make sure that you protect your goal mouth. Goalkeeper was very decisive, coming out, narrowing the angle. Here's Lonica losing out. Lesotho coming out and looking to come out with some sort of pace, but ball intercepted. Aurora, player to just stop Lesotho in the track. Curtain comes down on this group, and the early departures having made the away. Teams in Group A that have already packed their bags and left is Namibia, Eswatini and the Seychelles. South Africa qualifying on top of Group A. In Group B, Botswana, Madagascar and Mauritius having left. And Malawi remaining, the defending champions. And Group C, the qualifier was Zambia, demolishing Comoros in that encounter, the final match in Group C, and a two-footer challenge. Bit of dangerous play by Virginia.
Yeah, it's going on top over the ball there at reckless play, and of course foul being given by referee Akona Makalima.
3 players are still in the running. Talking about players on 3 goals who find themselves in a position of being able to add to the numbers. Letitia of Malawi, she's on 3 goals, and Hendricks of South Africa, Sabrina Tom of Malawi, Aisha Musa and Konazi of South Africa have got 2 goals apiece. 8 minutes on the clock, 0-0 the scoreline. Lesotho with an opportunity to benefit from a good ball that's delivered on the right-hand side. It's Mozambique who come away with it. A fight in place of Kuta, taking it on. They call her the bombshell of Mozambique. She's got a lot of pace, and if you give her the room and the space, she'll punish you. Quickly taken, Aurora plays it back to her captain Amelia. Another foul, bit of a stop-start as the two teams trying to get into some sort of rhythm. Ronica delivering the ball. Kuta gets the last touch. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, it's been Mozambique slight upper hand in this as we approach the 10-minute mark. They've really shown good intent and a couple of attempts that they had on goal already compared to Lesotho. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day for that Lesotho defenders with the pace and speed of the Mozambique attackers.
Busy day for sure in the office, and in situations like that you'll get players just getting or making those fouls to stop them in the track. If they cannot keep up with the pace, intercepted in the midfield is Lesotho. Just at the bottom of that triangle, Molloy is your defensive midfielder, giving room to Mohlolo as well as Ntebulheng Ramasoku to advance and give them attacking options.
Yeah, I've been interested to watch the formations with Mozambique playing with two midfielders and obviously Lesotho going with 3 midfielders, but it still seems as at the moment the Mozambicans are dominating the middle and the attacking and in the attacking third.
Very cautious, Lesotho. The approach the coach applied is we will soak up the pressure and try and use the counter-attack. And you can see intentionally that they want to keep the ball on the ground. They want the ball to do the work.
Yeah, trying to build up play from the back over there, and of course Mozambique will be looking to stop that build-up play, and Lesotho obviously trying to build up through the phases.
Mozambique has lost 5 matches. They lost 2-0 to Zimbabwe in 2023. That was in the COSAFA. They then went on to win against Madagascar. Angola was next, and Comores. Against Zambia, they played a 0-0 draw. In a total of 5 matches, they scored 7 goals, conceding 3. So they can be a team, an attacking team that can find the back of the net. They need to just solve the problems of conceding. Shut the back door is what the coach wants them. Aurora, Virginia, Amelia, and Rosa being those players to protect the goalkeeper. That is Nima Namare.
Also to note, of course, the winner of this group comes up against Banyana in the semi-final on Thursday. And for Mozambique, they actually only need 1 point. So they are earmarked, to get the result in this game, and then that will be enough for them to go through to the semi-finals.
Looking for one-touch football. Lesotho stopped in their tracks. Mozambique, who are ranked 38 in CAF, 171 by FIFA. And you're looking at their overall appearance at this tournament, 2019 and 2020. They went out in the group stages, 2021 and 2022. Similar feat in the group stages. 2023, they were third and made strides from there on. But not enough to get them over the line. But this is a team in progression. This is a team in progression. Coaching staff that has been brought on, that is Coach Victor Jose Martin. One thing that is important is consistency. You want the players to remain on the conveyor belt. You want the coach also who knows his players to be with the team for quite some time, because this experience they've obtained at this tournament is one that will go a very long way.
No, definitely. Speaking about consistency, the weather has been very inconsistent, with the rain coming down and then stopping, and then the wind is blowing and the sun is coming out. So, yeah, again, it's going to have an effect on the game, and the ball will be zipping off. Also interesting to note that the semi-finals will be taking place at the Wolfson Stadium, yes. The Wolfson Stadium. Both semi-final matches will be at Wolfson Stadium, and also the final on Friday will also be at the Wolfson Stadium.
Ball in the air. That's a big bright yellow.
Just a handball given there, awkward bounce for the Mozambican player.
When you look at the group stages when you look at the results of Lesotho in the last couple of tournaments, they also found themselves packing very early. 2002, 2006, 2008, 2011. They were exited in the group stages. In the last 5, 2019, 2021, 2022, and 2023, they went missing. They did not enter the competition. So it is a welcome return for Lesotho to the HollywoodBets COSAFA Women's Championship. And it's good to see that they've progressed a lot more. They've got themselves organized. It's a young side at an average age of 24.5 against Zimbabwe. Molifi, Ramatsoku, as well as Maloro, with the three players getting into the referee's book with the yellow cards. So in terms of discipline, they are a team that can mix it. Ranked number 41 by FIFA at 176.
Bit of a late challenge coming in there, a little bit reckless. We'll be interested to see if she gets away without any caution.
Referee Makalima is not going to let that slide. And the first yellow card. We're just talking about the discipline. The first yellow card to Masame.
Yeah, clearly a correct decision over there. It was very, very reckless and a late challenge. You know, again, the Mozambican attacker showing a clean pair of heels in terms of speed.
So it's time to defend. So Makibinyane, beautiful sun comes out. There is still a drizzle. Captain takes the free kick. Amelia to come away with it as far as Chinguleze using the transition. Here's Lesotho on an attack, an opportunity for Patane. Keeper comes out, makes an important save. That was close and encouraging for Lesotho. Explosive when they get the opportunity to use their pace. So some teasing moments. Maloro coming coming very close as the keeper read that very, very well to narrow the angle, and Maloro losing out.
Yeah, that will be encouraging for Lesotho, obviously making their first box entry of the match, and of course the keeper equal to the task on that occasion again.
Grimacing in pain is Amelia. Banze.
You know, Gora, I don't think I've seen a city in South Africa with the amount of inconsistent weather as Gabeka has been. I'm born and bred here, and I know well that there's always 3-4 seasons
in one day.
You got to make sure you take your top, you got to make sure you take your swimsuit, and you got to make sure you take your jacket as well.
Yeah, it has been difficult for the players to adjust. But as they say, job. They've got to get on with it. And talking about getting on with it, Maloro taking it high off the ball momentarily. And it's a free kick. Chinguleze to take the free kick for Mozambique. Pushing the big numbers forward. Kuta's available, Joanna's available. So is Lonica. Chinguleze delivers a high ball, fumbling in the air, but good defending. Molife does well to get that ball out of their defense. Given chase and trying to close down is Maloro. Important to close up front and make things rather difficult and force the players. One looks at a Lesotho side that has given Liboka the opportunity to man the left back position. Liboka, not the tallest of players.
Yeah, and as you're looking to approach the first 20 minutes of this match, I think Mozambique had the upper hand in the opening stanzas, but I think Lesotho has come in and the game is pretty much in the balance at the moment.
Well, Mozambique looked at themselves and said, you know, they need to improve on their finishing. They need to improve on the chances created. There's Kuta giving chase. Keeper stayed back.
Excellent composure and defending by the Lesotho player to avert the danger away from their goal area.
On the right hand side is Angela. Forced backward for a backward pass is Amelia Kadzembe. Another free kick. This time it is Lesotho being punished. going in from the side. Foul on Chinguleze. Trying to pick up the pieces. Another yellow card for Lesotho. Seems to be in a bit of pain.
Lesotho should just be a little bit careful. The second yellow card in quick succession, you know, both late challenges, so they should be really careful, you know, not to get a second caution, the two players that picked it up.
Well, it is Malora on the receiving end of another yellow card. She was one of the players that received a yellow card in their previous match as well, Malora. And this is what happened, coming in from the side and stepping on the ankle, spraying. That can be painful.
Yeah, I think that will leave a mark over there in, for the Mozambican player, obviously.
Free kick on the center circle, in and around. Keeper comes out, spills it, and picks it up on a second attempt.
The keeper came out well, but I think the unconvincing in terms of gathering the ball into her hands.
South Africa have dominated this tournament with 7 championship cups that are in the cabinet. Zambia's won this tournament once, Zimbabwe's won this tournament once, and so has Malawi. So 4 different winners, or 4 different countries have held this cup. The question is, who is it going to be for 2024? As a strike from distance is being applauded by the bench as well as the players on the park, as Kuta is in a good position if the ball was played in between the 2 centre backs, and she could have been on the receiving end, but a decision made to rather go route 1.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the strike. I think they have been trying to slip the striker in and trying to catch the keeper off guard there with that shot, but not troubling the keeper at all off target.
Mozambique. In front of the referee's eyes. They decide they will stop play. The rain comes down, the sun was out just now, the rain is bucketing down. Players will need to adjust, they need to be wearing the correct boots just to give them that stability that you need. Maybe, what, a 6-stud? Talking about a 6-stud, here's Nonica using a pace. She has Kuta on the right-hand side. Keeper comes out and loses out. That is a side netting. That was pretty close. Yes, the keeper came out and Kuta missed an open net.
Yeah, the DJ again played the music there in celebration, thinking that it's in, and of course not hitting the target from that range. She'll be very, very disappointed to that one.
Kuta hitting that with the instep, but you got to give credit to the keeper, because it's the pressure of the keeper, her coming out, narrowing the angle, forcing the thought process of the oncoming player.
Yes, she moved across the goal very, very quickly in trying to cover that. Even if it was on target, I would have probably backed the keeper as well to make a save.
But you're also looking at the weather conditions that have deteriorated and forcing the players into, you know, getting the range off, the ball skidding off the boots in the wrong direction. Keeper coming out, narrowing the angle. But with 25 minutes on the clock, no, it's anyone's game. A draw favors Mozambique. They will get through into the final.
Yeah, no, I must say it is advantage Mozambique in terms of qualifying for the semi-finals. You know, only needing, if the score stays the same, 0-0, it's good enough for Mozambique.
Definitely. Free kick. 39 kilometers, but what is more of a concern is the bucketing, the rain, and it is 16 degrees.
It's so contrasting. You got the humidity at 96%, which means it's actually a little bit
Quite
warm out there.
outside, yeah. Well, we are around the coast, which does carry a bit of the humidity. As coach Victor is off the bench. Kuta gives up the race. Quick ball being brought in for Lesotho. Coach helping up the players. He's the 12th man in these conditions. Is Lesotho slightly overcooked in search of Mhlolo. Is Kuta. She picks her head up. She had Lonica making a run. Amelia Banze goes to Rosa. Needs a cross. Lonica's in the box. Played back and picked up by Mapepesa. Molife. Lesotho.
I think the cross should have come slightly early. She had the window of opportunity there. The extra touch obviously not doing her any good. And she'll be disappointed with that attempt to get the ball in the box.
Ball just ricocheting. He has a strong wind at 43 kilometers, causing havoc. Oh, it's 39 kilometers. It looks a lot more than 39. That is almost a tree falling down.
It's hot out there, it's cold out there, it's raining out there. We've got everything out there in the field.
Yeah, no. Oh, no.
Luckily, we're indoors.
Yeah, lucky for us. 26 minutes. 0-0. Lesotho still going very well as it stands. Mozambique will go through if the referee, for whatever reason, presses fast forward on the clock. 4 points for Mozambique, and the game is stopped. 3-4 Zimbabwe. Lesotho will remain at the bottom of the group. Intercepted in the middle. Joanna is a snapshot. Looked like it was taken with anger. Amelia.
Yeah, there's good interplay there in the midfield by Mozambique, and trying to get the attacker Kuta on the ball. The more she's on the ball, the better they get. You'll see Mozambique, whenever they get the ball, they're always looking for Kuta to get her onto the ball, and when she gets the ball, she always looks to make, it always looks like something is about to happen.
Yeah. Amelia Kuta. Joanna. Sutu. Ball just bobbling in the middle. Lesotho trying to look after the ball. But one thing that Mozambique is doing so well is to not give Lesotho that much space and not allow them to settle into any sort of rhythm. But Lesotho is not to be outdone. They also are backtracking, closing down the player with the ball. If we have a look at Lonica, just trapping that, making it look so easy as Amelia Banze needs a quality ball on the edge of the box as Kuta forced backwards. Chingeleze. Picking up the second ball very quickly is Mozambique. Quick turns.
Yeah, Mozambique is trying to win the possession back. Every time they lose it immediately, not try to allow Lesotho.
Here's a chance for Lesotho. And an opportunity to get a goal! Brilliance! Molife. Excitement! Well, Teboheleng Ramasoku registers her name. So Lesotho draw first blood.
Yeah, very much against the run of play. Lesotho on a rare occasion, they're making another box entry, and of course this time the ball is in the back of the net.
And again, it was a bit of the tiki-taka playing and knocking the ball around, which gave them a lot more composure, and the ball coming in from the left-hand side. But you've got to look at Molifi was twisting and turning and looking for a player to make the run, and obliging in that particular moment is Nteboheleng. Keeper had no chance.
Yeah, Mozambique with a lot of players in the box, a lot of defenders in their box, but the organization leaves a lot to be desired on that occasion, and allowing the Lesotho player in the far post with the left back nowhere to be found from Mozambique.
Nteboheleng Botsane is the goal scorer, but there is a check for an offside.
I think it'll be more check on probably if the keeper was impeded, but I very much doubt that.
So the check is completed and the goal is given. It was a quicker response this time to VAR.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's more what we want to see, you know, quick reviews, quick decisions, and much better on this occasion, not as long and as dragged out as previously. Also to note, probably with Kona Makalima, a very experienced high-level referee as well. So maybe that also plays a part somehow, somewhere. Okay, the Mozambican keeper with a long ball into the half of Lesotho, and again the second ball won by Mozambique on the front foot, trying to get into good areas. Good challenge by the Lesotho player. Again all the way back to the goalkeeper. The first half score with Lesotho grabbing the lead, very much against the run of play. Again Mozambique trying to build up play and getting Kuta onto the ball. Mozambique again in possession, trying to string a few passes together, build up play, looking to get back into the match. Of course, Mozambique only needs a draw, but as things stand now, Lesotho with the 1-0 lead. It will be interesting to see how the log looks after that goal by Lesotho. Good defending, the ball out into the wide area. Mozambique in the half of Lesotho. Ball over the top. Very well dealt with the Lesotho defender. And again, Mozambique is on the front foot. Ball into the box. Good first touch, strike. Oh, off the post. Fantastic strike from the Mozambican attacker. And of course winning the ball back on the counter press, and another strike at goal, and the keeper equal to the task this time around. Mozambique coming very close to finding the equalizer, but the keeper equal to the task there, and the post to onto the rescue. Again Lonika Tsanwane with the snapshot. Ball skidding off the turf and ricochets off the crossbar. Lesotho on attack once again now. Strike from distance, but shouldn't trouble the keeper at all. So Mozambique will be pushing to find the equalizer, and of course Lesotho will looking to get another goal. Kuta with a good first touch. Lesotho defender. Oh, giving it away in a bad area. And putting Mozambique, giving them an opportunity for another attack. Ball into the box. Flap by the keeper. Cross and an easy tap in by Kuta. Mozambique getting back on level terms right after Lesotho taking the lead. It hasn't taken long for Mozambique to come back. Very well taken goal, putting the pressure on the Lesotho defense, and the keeper with that flap into the path of the Mozambican player. Cross and a great finish by Kuta into an empty net. Again, if we have a look at that, the keeper could have done a little bit better there, clashing with their own defender. And of course Kuta with an easy tap in within the 6-yard box. Yeah, again the keeper will be disappointed, I think. But Kuta ready to pounce any mistake, and she makes no mistake from inside the 6-yard area. 1-1, and Mozambique back on top of the group. And as it seems, there's going to be another goal check. VAR coming into play again. Ooh, there's a hint of offside over there. Ooh, it looks like, according to how I understand, if there need to be 2 players behind the goalkeeper, and there's 1 player behind the goalkeeper, so it'll be interesting to see if this will be adjudged to be offside. So we're just awaiting, and referee Akona Makalima obviously rectifying a few of the radio equipment. I think we're still having checked if that is a goal, or will it be adjudged as offside.
Referee Akona Makalima is just fixing up her equipment.
There was a hint of a goal check there for offside. The Mozambican Kuta finishing from close range. So it'll be interesting to see when we go back if it's going to be adjudged as offside or if the goal will stand.
Oh, the wiring, she looks like she's a spy with all those wires and everything that comes through. But that is the equipment that helps the referee on the pitch to speak to the referees that are conducting the VAR, and that taking its time. And referee Makalima, very experienced referee. Players are still smiling about the whole incident. And in weathers like this, this is when your equipment lets you down.
Yeah, no, that's obviously the communication equipment, which is very, very important for the information to go through as smoothly as possible, so that the game can, of course, have a flow.
Well, at this stage, everyone's huffing and puffing and still asking themselves who goes through. We mentioned that a draw is good enough for Mozambique to make their way into the knockout stages. For those football-loving people, England are up against South Africa at 9:45 this evening in a friendly match, and the question being asked, can Banyana bounce back against Euro champions? That is a big ask. They've got to brace themselves for a test, as the Wounded Lions are proving to be quite a tough outfit. So Banyana, they believe they are out to tame the Lionesses. Magaya, who's joined the team, and her presence will definitely be welcome, together with a number of other players who are planning to redeem themselves. Yeah, the goal check continues, and seems like it will stand, Dave.
Yeah, there was a bit of a delay. Of course, the communication device of the ref was the problem at first. So of course the goal check will be reviewed now again to see if it's offside, and somebody has gotten a red card.
A red card for number 14. She had a yellow card. She's now probably been given a red card.
The goal has just been disallowed for offside.
There we go. Oh, it's all happening. So, well, after 40 minutes.
Yeah, there was a hint of offside. I saw it as the ball was played. The attacking player, Kuta, was behind the goalkeeper. And of course, there must be 2 players behind the goalkeeper if the opposition are in an advanced position.
Well, that then does clear out that, and Lesotho will be the team that are in the lead. And also, one will be looking at number 14 of Lesotho. That's Kashane, who was on a yellow card. Lashane.
We needed to see what she got the red card for. Was it leading up to the goal? Maybe perhaps a challenge leading up to the goal, and she's in tears at the moment, walking back to the change room.
Red card. So the morning's match, Angela Matula getting a red card. In the earlier match, there was also a red card in the early stages of the match. In the second minute of that match, there was a red card for Comoros.
Yeah, that was so much drama in one goal there. The goal, and then the goal disallowed, and then the late challenge with the red card. And so you got to look at the conditions, you know, and a little bit harsh for my liking, I would say.
Dane, it's a second yellow. She had received a first yellow.
We did speak about that.
And yes, it's a second yellow. So Kashane is unfortunate because in this kind of weather, though, those kind of things happen. So a first yellow card, second yellow card, and then the red card.
Yeah, we were just speaking about the Lesotho players having to be careful, you know, with the 2 yellow cards early on, and then now it's really come back to hurt them.
Ball in the box. On the edge of the box. Lonica and Rosa. Referee is quick to give the decision. Aurora, the player, on the receiving end of the referee's decision. That shows the second yellow and a red card, and she says, off you go. She's still looking concerned, Museme Kashane. She's got to be reminded that she had received a yellow card and a second yellow, deserving of the challenge. It was actually a career-ending yellow decision. Foul.
Within striking distance from Mozambique right now.
Amelia.
The captain over the ball. Again, just to go back to that little bit of a, you know, there was so much drama in one go there, the red card, the goal, and then the goal being disallowed for offside as well. So,
but a good decision, though, because the defender was, or the attacker was on the wrong side of the defender, coming in and spotted by the assistant referee, and then VAR just confirming the decision.
a very good decision, yes.
Amelia. Banzi going route one. Keeper took the pace of that ball and was very quick to react and collected that rather comfortably.
Yeah, Lesotho will have their backs against the wall with a man down now, and Mozambique will be encouraged to try and throw numbers forward and get the equalizing goal.
Amakhaban has been in goal since the first match. This is the second appearance. And Amelia losing out. Here's Lesotho with another attempt. Quite exciting is Mapepesa and Molefe. So to pick it up. Offside call.
Yeah, the Lesotho number 15, Puzile Molefe, has really been in the thick of things and trying to make things happen for Lesotho. You know, she's put herself about very, very nicely.
No, she is proving to be quite problematic in that attacking third with Botsane. Botsane, the goal scorer. There's Malloy, who's on the ground, and the medical team is very quick to respond to her. So with Lesotho, they go on 3 points if the scoreline remains as is, and it will mean that the 3 teams are locked on 3 apiece. We then have to go to goal average or goal scored and get all those permutations right. I'll check that up for you and be able to clear the air on who will it be that will take a pole position.
Yeah, Mozambique will be looking to avoid those permutations. If they get the equalizer, they only need 1 point from this game. But of course, Lesotho on 3 points now, it puts a little bit of complications into the log.
Change made by Lesotho.
Yeah, the changes are expected after the red card Lesotho picked up. With halftime approaching, the coach obviously trying to reshuffle things around, and they'll be happy to go into the halftime break with a 1-0 lead, and then they can rectify and sort out whatever formation or whatever information the coach needs to get over to the Lesotho players.
Well, in comes Reitumetse, Namane, and Mosili Mutsuneng. Molloy is a player that is to give way, and 6 minutes to be added to the referee's optional time.
Yeah, again, on that occasion, Mozambique looking to set Kuta free early on, but on that occasion, the Lesotho captain equal to the task.
Throw in, Kuta. Good connection there, good improvisation by Lonica. Not getting it on target. Seems to be quite an exciting player is Lonica Vasco.
Yeah, with the 6 minutes added on, I think Mozambique will obviously look to get that one goal before halftime. In contrast, Lesotho will obviously looking to shut the back door and go into the halftime break with that lead.
Both players just need to focus, not give anything away. Another goal will be detrimental for Mozambique. For Lesotho, it will just set the cats amongst the pigeons. It will give them more confidence to keep moving forward and fighting for whatever is on offer. Pressure from the front, trying to press high, and that ball a little strong, or a balance of Chingaleza, Anguilla. Chingaleza. Aurora, Lonica, good first touch by Lonica, takes the ball out to the right hand side looking for Anguilla, keeps it in play. There's no support play coming from the wings. Eventually somebody does realize that help is needed. Lesotho, no matter what the circumstances are, Lesotho keeps the ball on the ground. Commentators curse. Just mention that, and then up it goes in the air. There's Lesotho stretching her legs, and this is one of the players that were introduced here as Mosili.
Yeah, we're halfway through the stoppage time now, and again Lesotho will be hoping that the score remains the same going into the halfway break. And Mozambique emphasis on attack and trying to get an equalizer.
Imagine this team with Aboitumelo Rabale. Plays for Lesotho. Mamelodi Sundowns top player. Reitumetse Namane was come on, one of the two changes. Reitumetse Namane. She's coming to inflict more pain. That free kick is given to Mozambique. So, Timothy Ramasoko, the player replaced, as well as Molife. Place is taken by Namane and Mutsuneng. Kuta. The return pass was a poor one, and all she says, put it into the space. She's got the pace to chase onto that, and I think a good decision there for the ball to be played into spaces, and she can use her pace to benefit as we're looking at what we played 4 minutes of the additional 6 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Lesotho comes out in the second half and how they structure themselves after going down to 10 men. Of course, a few adjustments have to be made. And the players have to adapt to whatever is needed to play with 10 men.
Well, the adjustment right now, you can't even tell that they are down to 10 men. Good on the coach who's made the tactical changes and brought on stronger players in Mutuneng and Namane, who are posing some sort of trouble and concerns for Mozambique. Here's Lonica using a stride. She'll take on a player if she wants. She continues to skid on the left-hand side, and then that final ball. She wants to deliver that ball into the box, but only one player to aim for.
Yeah, again, Mozambique will be disappointed with the box numbers in the box, and I think that's something they need to rectify going into the second half if they are to get that equalizing goal. The more players you have in the box, the better opportunities will be to get a finish off.
Taken short. Delivery. Mutuneng gets it away for Lesotho. Playing it back and looking for the return ball, but she was losing her balance at an important time. Here's Lesotho on the ball. Hand in the air. There was elements of a handball, and the referee blows a whistle to bring an end to the optional time, to bring an end to the first 45, as Lesotho find themselves in the lead. They've done well to adjust after the red card was given to Moseme Kashane for a foul in that box, and for Lesotho taking a lead against the run of play. Mozambique have it all to do in the second half. All they do need is a draw to fight on. So we confirm the scoreline at the Madiba Stadium. It's Mozambique 0, Lesotho 1. Here are the stats of the first 45 minutes. Possession for Lesotho is at 46%. They'll need to improve that as they go forward in search of their second goal. 10 fouls, showing that they are a team that is getting stuck in it and trying to frustrate a free-flowing game by Mozambique. 2 goal attempts, 50% return, getting the goal that matters. So when you're looking at the scoreline, the one that is important is the one on the top of your screen that reads Mozambique 0, Lesotho 1. All to do in the second half, and the bench will be called upon when necessary. Mozambique are a team that are currently on the top of Group B. Zakuta has a chance for Mozambique. Keeper comes out, pulls off a good save, and defense tidying up. Quick.
Of course, putting her through on goal, and the keeper equal to the task on that occasion.
Oh, you've got to make sure that you put Chingweleze using the transition. Here's Lesotho on an attack. An opportunity for Patane. Keeper comes out, makes an important save. That was close and encouraging for Lesotho. So some teasing moments. Maloro coming very close as the keeper read that very, very well to narrow the angle. And Maloro losing out.
Yeah, that will be encouraging for Lesotho, obviously making their first box entry.
The question is, who is it going to be for 2024? As a strike from distance is being applauded by the bench, as well as in a good position if the ball was played in between the two centre-backs, and she could have been on the receiving end, but a decision made to rather go route one. Players will need to adjust. They need to be wearing the correct boots just to give them that stability that you need. Maybe, what, a 6-stud? Talking about a 6-stud. Here's Lonica using a pace. She has Kuta on the right-hand side. Keeper comes out and loses out. That is a side netting. That was pretty close.
Yeah, the DJ again played the music there in celebration, thinking that it's in, and of course not hitting the target from that range. She'll be very, very disappointed with that one.
Kuta hitting that with the instep, but you got to give credit to the keeper, because it's the pressure of the keeper, her coming out. Intercepted in the middle. Joanna, there's a snapshot. Looked like it was taken with anger. Amelia.
Yeah, Mozambique is trying to win the possession back every time they lose it immediately. Not try to allow Lesotho.
Here's a chance for Lesotho. And an opportunity to get a goal! Brilliance! Molifi. Well, Tebo Heleng. And again, it was a bit of the tiki-taka playing and knocking the ball around, which gave them a lot more composure, and the ball coming in from the left-hand side. But you've got to look at Molifi, who was twisting and turning and looking for a player to make the run, and obliging in that particular moment is Ntebo Heleng. Keeper had no chance.
Yeah, Mozambique with a lot of players in the box, a lot of defenders in their box, but the organization leaves a lot to be desired on that occasion, and allowing the Lesotho player in the far post with the left back nowhere to be found from Mozambique. And again, Mozambique is on the front foot. Ball into the box. Good first touch, strike. Oh, off the post. Fantastic strike from the Mozambican attacker. And of course, winning the ball back on the counter press, and another strike at goal, and the keeper equal to the task this time around. Pass there in the post onto the rescue. Again, Lonika, Tsanwane with the snapshot. Ball skidding off the turf. The Lesotho defender, giving it away in a bad area, and putting Mozambique, giving them an opportunity for another attack. Ball into the box. Flap by the keeper. Cross and an easy tap in by Kuta. Mozambique getting back on level terms. Kuta with the easy tap in within the 6-yard box. Yeah, again the keeper will be disappointed, I think. But Kuta ready to pounce any mistake, and she makes no mistake from inside the 6-yard area. Ooh, there's a hint of offside over there. Ooh,
Fixing up her equipment. A red card.
The goal, and then the goal disallowed, and then the late challenge with the red card, and
referee's decision. That shows the second yellow and a red card, and she says, off you go.
Suspora. Misa phezu kwepali.
Masamba is close look. Oh, that is your last chance. That is your last ball and your last chance. Quickly. Looks like we're going to go back home with power check for 1,000 rand because it's missing the target. Let's go. We do it? Okay. First He's a loss.
Kabela pesandla sam. Kabela isandla sam. Kabela isandla sam.
That is your last chance. Nice. We tried, guys. What can we do? We can. Here for you guys. Because the second half is going to start. Let's be quicker. Please, you have the last chance, 2 balls. Quickly, 2 balls. You adjust the full score. You don't want to hit the post. It's let's try. We tried. We will make it double Thursday. Let's double Thursday. Let's double Thursday. Thank you very much. We tried. Contestant. Thank you, participants. Cadets of HollywoodBets, we will keep our voucher for Thursday. We will keep our voucher for Thursday. The second half is about to start any time now. People, we must be. Now we must move out of the pitch. We must move out. Second half is about to start. We need to move out of the pitch. Let's continue Thursday. Let's continue Thursday at Wilson Stadium. Thank you very much, guys.
Welcome back to the second half and this final match of Group D, as Mozambique and Lesotho are doing battle to see who finishes number 1 in the group. It's pretty tight, as Lesotho have drawn first blood, and that was a goal that was scored by Ntabeleng and Botswana to give them the lead. Mozambique also just warming up before they make an entry and take their positions on the park. A goalkeeper has been pretty menacing for Lesotho. Some close calls, a red card that has been given, and that is in favor of Lesotho. A red card given to Kashane, and that was for a second yellow card. So currently Lesotho down to 10 men in the field and rearing to go. They've made a couple of changes. Motsuneng as well as Namane has come in for Mulife and for Ramasoko. We're waiting for the referee to get us going here in the second half. The referee is responsible for this match is Akona Makalima of South Africa, Nandipa Menze and Mercy Zulu. Sepe of Botswana is the fourth official, and the match commissioner is Ms. Brenda Kunda. The referee is quickly going to check the nets and making sure that all is good and well before taking their positions. Furthest away from the touchline is Mercy Zulu from Zambia. Closest to the touchline is Nandi Pamenze. It is Mozambique that will get us started. Kuta, who's been one of the live wires for Mozambique, has been absolutely problematic. Sidalia Kuta. Ball gets underway. We get started here at the Madibas Stadium and have experienced quite a bit of rain. You're looking at the players on the park. We'll start up with Mozambique, and two players are playing their football out in Bulgaria for Minsk FC. That is Daniel Kuta as well as Vasco Lonica. Sedalia and Lonica teammates are playing their football out in Belgium. The rest of the players are coming from clubs in and around Mozambique. Costa do Sol contributing quite a number of players in the starting lineup. It's 4 players from Costa do Sol. Then you've also got União Desportiva de Songo. 5 players from Costa do Sol, including Neymar Namare. Corner for Mozambique. Picking up from where they left off, really dominating in that particular area. They've got the players with the lanky frame who will attack this ball. So it's Aurora to take the corner for Mozambique. 4 players in the box, the 5th one coming in from a deep. Lack of communication forcing that ball for Lesotho. Just allow the ball to trickle over the line, and a goal kick it will be. Lesotho have a majority of their players playing the starting 11, and joined by Motsuneng, who plays football for Royal AM in South Africa. Patricia Motsuneng. She was brought on just before the closing minutes of the first 45. That red dot on the top of your screen above Lesotho indicates the unfortunate situation, and finding Kachane, the player who was given a second yellow, and the marching orders by referee Makalima. And this is the troubling pace of Agnes Liboka.
Yeah, Agnes Liboka, very enterprising play on the left-hand side, and just waving away through the Mozambican players, trying to make it happen for Lesotho.
Really opened up a stride. Liboka hoping for a better end result. Lesotho on the edge of the box. It seems as though João Alvaro, the player of Costa do Sol, was a bit uncomfortable. Throw in by Liboka. Seems to be seeing a lot of the ball header. Good connection. Goalkeeper Neymar Namire releases that ball as Kuta seems to be the lone player for Mozambique. Plays the quick one to get the return. Kuta, she's pick her head up and look for Lanika Vasco. Lanika Vasco, the last toucher coming off a blue jersey, green jersey, Leboka.
Yeah, Kuta and Leboka going 1v1 there, and well done by Leboka. Great defending as well. Not only can she attack, she's proving to be a very good defensive player as well, and doing her duties with excellence.
Stood her ground as Leboka gave away a corner that allowed Lesotho to get the numbers back defensively. Mozambique, 5 players in the box, and keep an eye on Lonica, who's on the edge of the big box. She'll make her way a bit late into the box and hoping to attack that ball in the air. That is a little too close to the keeper, and away. All players of Lesotho coming back to defend. Ball switch across in search of Tawane. Free kick for Mozambique.
Gloria, I won't be surprised, Leboka, having watched Leboka and how comfortable she is on the ball and in defense. I won't be surprised if she gets snapped up by one of the professional teams.
I think that is the aim of this tournament, to take ordinary into extraordinary. Talking about extraordinary, this is where Barbara Banda also gained her international experience. This is where she was seen starting at this level. COSAFA can take some credit for it. There's another player being clipped on in the ankles. Ball in the box, keeper! That ball almost trickled over the line. My immediate acknowledgement of that is that it was a goal. It looked very much like a goal if it is replayed, and I'm sure VAR will agree if called upon. The keeper made a hash of it, and subsequently that, if you look at where the ball lands, it's a very difficult one to call from that particular angle, and ultimately collecting at after some nervous moments. Player who stayed down is Leboka.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll have a relook at that attempt.
Leo Eng. Keeper.
I don't think the angle is really giving us the evidence we need. Of course, the whole circumference of the ball must be over the line.
The full circumference of the ball, and one's also got to give, if that's not a goal, one's got to give credit to Leboka, who was very quick to respond. There was a VAR check, and that's done and dusted. So confirmation is that it is not a goal. I think this is what everybody wants to see. Very quick response from VAR today in this particular match. Decision made. Quality of the referee and the assistants. Not to say the others are very bad, but I think the decisions are much quicker in this game. Whatever the method and the ingredients are, I'm sure Makalima will share with the rest. Kuta closed down, and a deflection rising in the corner. Corner Mozambique.
Yeah, spot on, absolutely spot on, Claude. It's been much better this the second game. The VAR, the stoppages hasn't been as long, and again, we got to compliment them. As much as sometimes we want to criticize, we also got to say well done when they're doing the way that is expected of them.
Yeah. Aurora. To have a number of players warming up. It's played short. Immediately, Leboka is the player that causes all the problems. Keeper this time gets it rather cleanly. Not that many players charging the ball and launching another long ball. Picked up by Rosa. She'll guide it all the way over the line for a throw-in. Quickly takes it. Rosa brings in Anguilla. Anguilla is looking for the pace of Sedalia. Lonica Vasco. The introduction of leagues and playing competitively all the time will sharpen up the players. As you can see, the difference between Lonica Vasco and Sedalia definitely have an edge about them. Ines going the wrong way. Aurora, a very hopeful ball. It, just goes away for a throw-in. One of the two changes made by the coach, Patricia Mutoneng, has found herself coming on, and that is due to the strengthening of their defense after a red card is given to teammate Kashana. Samuel would be absolutely devastated. Good turn. Player losing a footing. Liboka needs no second invitation to benefit from that. Another mistake made on the opposite end. Wanted to take it very quick.
Yeah, Mozambique looking to push for that equalizer. Obviously, that will see them qualifying for the semi-finals, and Lesotho, of course, looking to hold on to this lead or add on to it. It's going to be difficult for Lesotho, though, being down to 10 men. But the first 10 minutes of the opening 10 minutes of the second half, they've proven to be quite difficult to break down.
In the midfield, better. As Lesotho being sandwiched, referee Akona protecting Ntebeleng Putane, the goal scorer.
So we've got VAR, Gloria, goal line technology. Your thoughts?
Mixed, very mixed. Header. Mozambique tidy up and clearing the line. There's Lonica looking for Sedalia. Ball is in the air. Lesotho pick it up. Get on to another moment of attack, but that's a hospital pass. Liboka, not the tallest of players. Lesotho's Moloi. The midfield, Dane of Lesotho, the players have been drawn out, and any ball that falls, or majority of the balls that fall in and around that center circle, it is Mozambique that pick those balls up.
Yeah, that will be due to the fact that Lesotho obviously a man down, and that man obviously makes a difference in that midfield battle over there when they are spread. It gives them Mozambique the advantage in these areas where the ball always drops to one of their players because of the numerical advantage.
So Makalima just giving an instruction to wait. He's referencing to VAR. There's something that she needs to get confirmation on. Rosa Manique has been asked to hold on. And
again, very swiftly.
Yeah.
Check complete very swiftly, and the match continues again.
Very decisive in the decision making. Lonica, here's a chance for Mozambique! And the keeper makes a save. It's not done yet. Another hand to it and gets it furthest away. Keeper's got the belief. Lesotho have got the belief. Going in the wrong way and giving away possession. Here's Lonica. Sedalia gives chase. Keeper goes. I'll have a look at the one-handed save as Sedalia showing some good skill, having the ability to whip that ball in from the flanks, and a good ball that's taken. Keeper did well to deflect that into the air, giving herself a chance to compete in the air, and then got a fist to it, pushing that ball furthest away. And eventually it was Lonica Pasco who tried to bring it back. Lesotho's defense being tested over and over. Free kick. Free kick right in front of the referee. No qualms about that.
Yeah, I think Tutu Maffa did well there. It's, the first attempt, and obviously patting it up in the sky, and then following it up with a good strong fist to obviously make it to keep the scoreline intact for Lesotho.
Well, Sidalia's nickname is Neymar. She's one of those players that like the pluff and pass and running into space, playing with the stockings all the way to the top. But I have a problem with all these big names at times. Players then believe they are Neymar and they are Ronaldo. They must create their own music, make their own music. Sidalia.
I think that's always how it's going to be. I think when I grew up, Maradona was the talk of the town.
There we go. There we go.
When you play in the street with kids, you always call yourself, you know.
There's a role model to look up to. But I would love women players to choose women role models.
Yeah, of course, I think Marta from Brazil comes to mind. You know, those are the type of players that I've been watching and seeing. And of course,
there's so many players
to
choose from. More so now that we are paying attention to the women's game, even in England. You watch Liverpool, you watch West Ham. There's some brilliant players. Talking about brilliant players, the Ballon d'Or yesterday. We've got to say congratulations to Rodrigo. Your thoughts on that? Last touch coming off Rosa.
Yeah, just watching the Women's World Cup the last time to see how far the game has come for in the women's, with obviously the USA, Germany, you know, household names, top countries in the top 3, top 5 teams, you know, and interesting to see how far Banyana is going to be tonight against England as well. It will be a good parameter to see how far we've come in terms of world stage at the world stage.
Yes, Lesotho in the box, header away, giving away the corner. 21:45 is the time for the match between Banyana and England. The big guns have been brought in. Hilda Magai has been recalled to the side. Tembi Khatlana has joined the team. 5 corners in this match. Mozambique, it's not surprising to see them with 4 corners. They've imposed themselves. First corner for Lesotho. They should play it short. They don't have the tallest of players. But let's see. What does Mutsuneng do? Ball hangs in the air. Easy for the goalkeeper.
Quick release on the goalkeeper to get Kuta and the attacker to put Mozambique on the attack again. Of course, Lesotho trying to delay the goalkeeper, and eventually she got the ball up into the opposition half.
Easy into the hands of Makhabane.
Yeah, it's important for Mozambique to obviously put their foot down on the ball and not rush things. That cross was a bit rushed there, and it went straight to the goalkeeper.
Strong challenges, not pulling out Sidalia, looking for a quick turn, been left on the ground. Is Sidalia, the captain there, just stealing a challenge, thinking that Ms. Akona Makalima won't see that. There you go.
Yeah, the Mozambique captain has been close on the heels of Kuta throughout the match. And of course, a late challenge. The referee tried to allow the advantage to go, but not forthcoming.
Tato Mapepesa, the captain, very strong, very present. Mozambique want to play it short, but the indication is clear from the coach. Get it behind the defense. It's a raindrop. 20 fouls. Lesotho with 14. That ball over the top header, and that is enough to give Lesotho an opportunity to take their time, an opportunity to get into positions. Goalkeeper can play it short, can play it to the captain. She's got an option to the left and to the right. She goes to her right. And sends Molefe. It's not that easy, as we have seen throughout this tournament. The scorelines have been close, some surprises. I mean, tight matches, as we can see here. Mozambique and Lesotho. 65 minutes on the clock, 1-0 in favor of Lesotho. Come what way, even if Lesotho leave this tournament, they will leave with a record reading 1 loss, 1 win. Kudos on Molefe for not giving up on the chase. Amelia, Sidalia, Lonica, Sidalia, and she did it alone. In a situation like that, you can't blame her. There was nobody making that run, making themselves available. She picked the ball up from there. What you want is those players in the yellow coming in a lot quicker into the box, and they're getting left behind.
Yeah, definitely. I think for Mozambique, of course, you gotta have the players in the side and extra midfielder. With them being 10 men, you would expect the players to be closer to Kuta and closer into the attacking areas as possible. When she arrives in the box, there's got to be 2-3 players joining her into that box, and that's how Mozambique will get success.
Ball gone out for a throw-in. So Mozambique, Amelia Kadzembe is the player who is looking to press on the last player of Lesotho. Amelia Banze. So we confirm the scoreline after 65 minutes. It's Mozambique 0 as Lesotho come away with it, playing the short passes to try and get out of jail, keeping it in play. Has an option to play it back, but forward is where they want to go, realizing they're running out of trouble, and again winning the ball back as Lesotho trying to thread that ball through. Picked up Sidalia. Did well to stay on her feet is Sidalia. She's got the skill, she's got the intelligence, needs the cross, and delivers a good one. And again, unlucky Mozambique. Ball laid back, and that ricochet for a corner. Mozambique is asking, what more can we do? That was so close.
Yeah, Mozambique, they've got to keep believing, you know, that one goal that they need is just eluding them at the moment, and Kuta again at the forefront of everything. The keeper obviously could have done better, and again the crossbar to the rescue. Set up again, and the deflection away for a corner. Mozambique can keep on the pressure.
You would have expected better from Lonica Vasco in that position. The cross was delivered with the right pace, at the right height. Keeper made a mistake, and this is where, when you get into that area, you've got to anticipate anything. And I think Lonica's reaction was a reactive one, and hence when the ball ricocheted off Lonica, the crossbar came to the rescue. But you also got to look at the goalkeeper and say, in that particular moment, she made a huge mistake by not collecting that ball.
Yeah, I think again the dip of the ball then in anticipation was a bit off, but the attacker, of course, in the box there, you know, the ball coming so fast, just getting a foot onto it and ricocheting off the crossbar. She didn't know too much about it, you know, she would have, it was a delicate touch, but too much elevation and off the crossbar.
So corner for Mozambique. Corner for Mozambique, it's played short. Rosa on the edge of the box. Not on the same page She wrote that letter, but nobody read it.
Yeah, time effort. I think Mozambique is struggling with the short corners. You know, I think they should just put the ball into the box and putting into a good area, cause some uncertainty, and obviously try and any mistake, pressure put on defense. Any mistake they make, they can pounce and get the equalizer. But at the moment, the short corners is just not cutting it for them.
Dane, they have the players with the stature to benefit from those high balls or those long balls. I mean, one in particular is Amelia Banze, the captain.
Yeah, it's of course a routine that they've obviously done on training, but it's just not coming off in this particular match. Lesotho is dealing with it well and coming out of the area quick enough to close them down.
Liboka, she's been quite a fighter, so has Mhlolo.
So approaching the 70th minute, as things stand, who then goes through if the score stays the same?
I don't think anybody wants to talk about that. All we know is that Mozambique need a draw to go through. Lesotho will have 3 points. Mozambique will have 3 points. Zimbabwe will have 3 points. So everybody is waiting anxiously to see which way does it go. The calculators are out right now. They've become accountants, I can assure you. But when you're looking at the tournament rules, you're looking at head-to-heads, you're also looking at goals, and then you're looking at lots. Here's Lesotho. Very rarely go to the opposite box, but when they do go, they create some frantic concerns. Kazembe is the player that comes out.
I think Mozambique going now with a 4-2-4 with 4 attacking players. And it'll be interesting to see how much those 4 players can just stay up top, you know, and try and catch Lesotho also on the counter attack. But at the moment, it's just Kuta, I feel, is very isolated on her own. And hopefully Mozambique can get enough numbers around to create more scoring opportunities.
Machava's come on for Mozambique. A lot of expectations on the shoulders of Machava. Unica Machava. She's got 15 minutes, 20 minutes to make a difference, to change the complexion of this match. They still believe, because they do know that a draw is what will be enough. Kuta on the effort. Here's Mozambique. Ball brought out wide. Ines Chengoleza. And that is not going to trouble the goalkeeper in any way.
Yeah, with Lesotho at 10 men, I would have expected Mozambique maybe to go with 3 players at the back and
push up
throw
one
a bit numbers more forward, because there's a less of a threat for them with Lesotho on the counter attack, and the 3 plus the midfielder, maybe 4 players, should be able to deal with any counter attack.
But whilst that is the case, it shows that they are concerned. They know that Lesotho have got the players who have the ability to get into the opposition half. Yes, they're playing their one man down and haven't shown that. As we always say, that beating 10 men is a problem. Yes, Lesotho yet again looking for the support. Center circle and then switching play to the right hand side, intercepted by Rosa. Here's Lesotho launching another attack into space and given another bit of the chase is Rosa Monique.
Like I said, just needs a bit of bravery from Mozambique to throw numbers forward and just take care of the defensive duties as best as they can.
Mhlolo. Fight for everything, and down goes Amelia Banze.
Sometimes what happens as well, when you are pushing for that equalizer, you become vulnerable at the back, and they should just take care and not allow Lesotho to get another goal, because Lesotho with another goal will probably put them much more under pressure, and with time running out for them, it might prove to be very difficult to come back into the game and get that desired result.
Lesotho 1-0 to the goods. Captain Mapepesa will send a long ball. She could get it on target. Just watch what Jessica's done. Keeper collects. Almost in a similar spot like Jessica Williams.
The keeper's been very strong aerially. Anything that was coming aerially into her area, she's really taken care of nicely. And it will argue well for Mozambique. And even on that occasion there, she looked very convincing, getting behind it well.
On the edge of the box, player going down inside the box. Is there a referral? The first referral. That's an as it stands.
Yeah, I think firstly the offside player coming back from offside position. When the Mozambique player touched the ball, the player came back, so it wasn't a different phase of play, hence the offside was given.
All three teams in Group D will end with 3 points. But Mozambique, if you're looking at, we said that if you get to a point where all the teams are sitting on the same number of points, you then go to a goal difference. And as it stands, the Zimbabweans have an outside chance of being number one in the group. And then Lesotho and Mozambique will be on a head-to-head. Whoa. So we continue to check the jury is out. So Zimbabwe is looking at it with bated eyes as another VAR on the go.
This group has just been turned upside down with as the result stands with Lesotho leading. Completely turned upside down the group.
It has, it has. It was going to be difficult. It's anyone's chance to go through. Zimbabwe with 3 points. Lesotho will have 3 points. Mozambique will have 3 points.
Again, every time Mozambique goes forward, you look at now in the box, only 3 players. There's about 6-7 players still standing in the midfield. So, you know, they're diminishing their chances of getting an equalizer by not being adventurous, as adventurous as they can be with adding more numbers in the box. Right now, we're looking at 4 players outside the box. What are their roles in that situation?
Stand and watch. Throw in for Mozambique. I guess the coach will always be giving them instructions. And at this moment in time, I think they're so afraid to make the mistakes and are looking for those second balls. Hence, you find them standing out there and what looks like a stand and watch. Keeper comes out brave, clatters into her own teammate and has stayed down. Play continues, but the referee does spot to the goalkeeper who is flat in her area after that challenge, clattering into a bunch of players.
I think it was more into her own player. That's why the referee allowed the play to continue. As we can see there, she climbing over her own player, but it well to get hands onto that ball there. And of course, her landing was a bit awkward there, and kudos to the referee for stopping the play before anything else.
It was important for her to get a hand in that one. This is when, as a goalkeeper, the touches you make are the difference between allowing the opposition a small chance to connect on that ball and get the ball in the back of the net. And in that moment, she had to take her player out of the equation, but she ended up worse for wear. But you can see players like Liboka asking them to please carry on. But good to also see that on the bench and already warming up is Cynthia Maifo. She's ready if called upon. That is the second goalkeeper, and also Reitumetsu Tuane is another one of those. Crowd are used to seeing a lot of goals and an avalanche of goals, but in this particular match, which speaks to the group, they are the lowest scoring group.
Yeah, the matches has been closer in this group, with all the teams looking to be probably similar in style and similar in their level. You know, and they've competed against each other well, but it's been close games.
Draped in a Mozambican flag. Was hoping for the team to get over the line. Let's have a look at how the goalkeeper got injured. That ball just ricocheting off the back of the goalkeeper. Sometimes you're unfortunate that it trickles off the back of the goalkeeper and goes in. She goes into that one, gets a hand to it, falls flat on her face. And the follow-through was a disappointing one, as that ball just going over the bar. Being helped up on her feet. Here's Mozambique throwing the last dice. It is Sina Manuel, who has yet to get a run in this competition. Sina Manuel and Emilia, or Esmeralda.
I think it will be anxious 10 minutes for Mozambique in trying to get an equalizer. Equally so, Lesotho will be looking to not allow them in.
Sina Manuel, who plays for União Desportiva Lechinga. They were part of the Women's Champions League. Sina Manuel and Melinda de Conceição. Here's the changes being made by Mozambique, bringing on a fresher pair of legs in the last 10 minutes, with the hope of running at Lesotho, trying to rescue the situation. Player being taken out as the captain, Amelia Banze, and also Lonica as another player. Sina Manuel, a very diminutive player, and Conceição as another player that's coming in that's full of running. Sina Manuel will come in and just fit in the midfield. But I think the wrong change there for Lonica Vasco, who's really been the live wire and given them the belief and the hope that they can pull one back. But she's run her socks off, and maybe the coach is spotting a refreshment of the team.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well to see her go off after putting herself about nicely and looking closest player to Kuta to be a threat in the attack. You know, but again, they should be throwing in the kitchen sink, and more players. You know, they shouldn't be worried about conceding now and fully focused on getting that goal back.
Moloi taking a full one in the midriff area, and down she goes. It was a full blow. A cross was attempted by Angelina Mutula, knocking her wind out. So Lesotho at the moment just receiving medical attention is Moloi. The introduction of Sina Manuel and Conceição. Referee says take her off the field, and she can come back on. In the interim, the corner will be taken. It's going to be very short. Aurora standing up with Machava. Helped on anywhere will do.
Again, nothing is coming off the short corners, and they're persisting with it and not creating any opportunities for them.
Well, it speaks to the tower. And when I'm talking about the tower, I'm talking about their captain, Tato Mapepetsa. She seems to pluck everything that is in the air, to the point that Mozambique would rather play the ball short.
But surely by playing the short corners and not coming off, you got to variate it and you got to change it up. If something doesn't work, you got to change it.
It's a throw-in. Lesotho, he has the break attack. Does she have the legs? Does she have the pace? There's the tower. It's very calm. Coach's heart is in his mouth as we speak. He's wondering. Coach asking for that last-minute push to see if they can steal the show.
Also realizing that Kuta has now gone out farther away to the left, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, she was the one who's looking very, very threatening
It's
down the middle.
And that is due to the introduction of Sina Manuel. She's not a winger. Sina Manuel is a player that wants the short passes and runs in triangles. And one would want to see
Taking off an attacker was the wrong option. You know, I think you should have
Lonica.
sacrificed either defender or midfielder to add more attackers in there and try and get the equalizing goal.
And that ball teasing. It was oohs and ahs, and rightfully so.
But that still stands as a shot off target, unfortunately.
Machava.
On top of the crossbar, bouncing on it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of a just hit
Well,
and hope.
yeah, that's what the stats say, off target. Maybe deploying to those long-range efforts. They've got 5 minutes to see if they can rescue the situation. Sina Manuel, 62% possession for Mozambique. The chase is on as Maloro loses out. The trailing leg of Maloro just been taken out. Referee Akona Makalima, she's had a decent day at the office. Another player going down. Offside calls, one apiece.
Yeah, Lesotho will just be looking to slow things down now and take the sting out of this game with that 1-0 lead.
They are going to be called the spoilers, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they don't have a chance to go through, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're just there to make sure.
Oh, keeper, fantastic save. Does well to stay on her feet. The fight, the spirit is there, the determination.
Yeah, brave defending by Lesotho, putting their bodies on the line, including the goalkeeper, making it really, really difficult for Mozambique to get anything out of it. It was a good chance for them to go, but the brave defending, you know, and compliments to the defenders for putting themselves about.
I think the match against Zimbabwe, where they conceded 3 goals, they'll look back and say, we could have done better. Maybe conceding those number of goals as their downfall. Because it will be, even though they win, they need quite a number of goals, and at this stage it doesn't, it's highly unlikely. Mozambique, on the other hand, with the 3 points, they have 1 goal. Zimbabwe are sitting pretty with 3 goals for and 1 against, with the goal difference of +2. So they will go on top of the group, that is Zimbabwe, if the scoreline remains as is. So very much an outside chance. Kota! Beauty! This is heartbreak. This is heartbreak. She connected onto that ball with purpose, and it had to take a brilliant effort. It had to take the player who had a fantastic day at the office, Sidalia Daniel Kuta. She ripped and put around it, and the keeper had no chance.
Yeah, pity for Lesotho with 10 men, really showing bravery and resilience. But Kuta with a fantastic strike and well worthy of a goal that's going to take them through to the semi-finals.
Brilliant ball, brilliant effort. Kuta getting the control, and that ball just ricocheting for a Kuta who was in a good position from the wing. We questioned her moving out to the right-hand side, and getting hold of that ball with the spin that it had was enough.
Fantastic strike, you know, to the far post there. Knew exactly what she was trying to do. And of course, I must say, well deserved. They kept pushing, kept probing, you know, although Lesotho was very, very brave in their defending. But well deserved for Kuta. She's really put herself about today.
So Zimbabwe, who was unpacking, is now packing. So Mozambique remain on top of the group, or they will go on top of the group with 4 points, because a draw is good enough for them to go through. Lesotho will have 1 point, Zimbabwe will have 3 points, and Mozambique will have 4 points. So Lesotho can start packing, Zimbabwe can start packing. But football is a cruel game. If Lesotho want to spoil the party, they do hold the key.
Again, you see that ball into the box there causing havoc. And we were talking about the short corners. It could have happened a while ago, but with the short corners being wasted and not putting in good areas into the box, that one ball into the box there, good area, drops down to Kuta, and she made no mistake.
So as it stands, South Africa will play Mozambique in the one semi-final, and Malawi and Zambia will battle it out for the second semi-final. So SA Mozambique, Zambia Malawi. That's what the semi-finals look like. 90 minutes done and dusted. We are in referees' optional time, and the board will go up to indicate how much of time. There's Kuta giving chase, and that's a lost course as that ball trickles over the line. That goal meant so much. Coach sprinting down the touchline towards the corner flag to join in the celebrations. And the time wasting begins. So coming off is number 14, Angela Matula, and her position is being taken by Yvonne Gertrude.
The complexion of the game has completely changed within the space of minutes, with Lesotho looking to wind the clock down. It's now Mozambique after the goal looking to wind that clock down, because the one goal is enough for them to go through to the semi-finals.
That's all they need is a draw. That's all they need. It's Lesotho. Can they spoil the party one more time?
Crunching challenge there, 50-50 ball. Another crunching challenge. Body's been put on the line in this dying minutes.
Free kick given. Livoka, player, who's worked tirelessly. Unica, Chava. Went in with 2 feet, and the referee just giving the free kick to Lesotho, rightfully so. Challenges are unwanted. Ball in the air. Giving chase. Here's Lesotho in the opponent's half. Maloro. Maloro will leave that ball and go into the box and allow a chance for Lesotho to get an opportunity, and just taking her eye off the ball, and Tabeleng Potsana, the goal scorer. They were in an advanced position. Mozambique need to come out of their half.
The goal scorer clearing the lines for them there, showing a work ethic, and making sure that the threat that Lesotho poses there is averted.
Maybe the counter attack will be relevant, and this is how it looks. And as it stands, Mozambique will be playing South Africa. Zimbabwe will be second. Lesotho will be down at the bottom.
Yeah, all the permutations out of the way. That is as straightforward as it gets.
A throw in the far end. Lesotho in these dying moments, closing moments of the match. Got to be careful of the transitional play of Mozambique. Keeper had a great game and a great tournament. It will be interesting to see COSAFA's best 11 in the group stages and an overall best 11 in the COSAFA 2024.
Yeah, if we look at man of the match performances, I think the captain of Lesotho has really given a good account of himself, keeping Kate out for much of the match, and of course the goalkeeper of Lesotho had a good match, with them being 10 men.
Well, they've done well, Dane. Let's be reminded that they've got a red card and have played most of the match with a disadvantage. It had to take almost 80 odd minutes to get the equalizer from Sedalia.
Mozambique will be looking to take their time here. There's absolutely no rush for them to continue. Just taking their time and winding down the clock.
Ball is in the air. And that was close from Neymar. Hands are on the head for majority of the people who are looking and hoping that she could send them home.
Yeah, again, ball in the box and causing uncertainty and creating opportunity. You know, we spoke about the balls in the box from Mozambique, from the short corners. And again, there's just a free kick in the wide area into the box and another chance for them.
Ball bobbling is Mozambique. Still in with another opportunity. But here's Lesotho. Bounce of the ball. Here's Lesotho wanting to spoil the party. Trying to cut inside onto a right-hand side, the stronger foot. Anywhere will do. 3 minutes to hold on. Coach has made the changes that have affected this match. Ball out to the right-hand side. Unica Ambilo Machawa playing with the lone striker in Mohlolo, that is Lesotho.
Foul giving away by Kuta. They're obviously losing position, trying to put the ball, trying to nutmeg the player over there, and I think she should have just done well by just trying to keep hold of the ball and wind the clock down there. Now unnecessary free kick, and they can be put under pressure.
So it's another throw in. It's another free kick for Lesotho. Ball in the box, needs all the heads to frantically defend that ball away. Lesotho need the numbers. There's Kuta who is all over the park. Throw in by Lesotho. Intercepted by Mozambique. 7 minutes, just 1 more minute to hold on. There's Lesotho whipping that ball. Keepers off a line, and that goes over the bar.
I think with that, I think that should be that. Mozambique looking at the time and just trying to take their time in restarting the play. That should be enough for them to get the result that they required.
So 90 minutes is done and dusted. We are in the last minute of the extra time. 8 minutes was added by referee Akona Makalima. She could blow a whistle any minute now. Here's Kuta, the goal scorer for Mozambique. A team that is set and geared. Keeper in no man's land comes out. The mistakes will trickle in, but she's fortunate that they didn't get that ball on target, but her presence in going out very quickly to narrow the angle forced the error. from the striker, showing a good pair of heels. And referee Makalima brings an end to a match that had the thrills and the spills. So Mozambique go through with 4 points, and they will meet South Africa in the first, in the one of the semi-finals, and the other semi-final will be between Malawi and Zambia. So a decent day at the office by the officials, and we confirm the scoreline from the Madiba Stadium, Mozambique and Lesotho. We bid farewell to Madiba's Stadium, and the action will take place at the Wolfson Stadium, the semi-finals. There's the end of the 90 minutes.
Thank you.
So players getting into a huddle. And we look at the stats. 62% for Mozambique, 26 goal attempts with 10 of those on target, and 11 fouls, 6 offsides. Mozambique dominating in majority of the areas, and when you look at Lesotho on the other hand, didn't have that much of the possession, didn't have many opportunities, the corner counts, the offsides, and the shots on target, that showing that this group, which is the low-scoring group, and we will share what the semi-finals will look like. And it is Malawi and Zambia. That will be semi-final number 1, and South Africa and Mozambique will play the second semi-final. This is at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium. So if you are out there on Thursday the 31st of October, the COSAFA Championships get to the business end, and a place is up for the final.
Okay.
front here. Okay, but I can't hear anything. I can't hear.
Can you talk on this mic?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm using one mic. I can't hear so.
Open your patch, open your patch. It's fine, I'll chew her. Huh?
Do we have a translation? Want to speak English?
No, just English. Yes, sir. So then I say, okay, finally. Yeah. Yes, let's go. It's first power.
You want to talk to me?
I don't,
So when I go in,
I don't far.
how far? Like,
I don't far. Say that. But don't say me. Chura.
huh?
Yes, it's power.
Okay.
We from Chura.
They don't have a translator. They wanted a translator, so everyone else can hear.
Are you power
That means
Stand by, guys. 2, 1.
Well, following a 1-1 draw, it is Mozambique that finally register their slots into the next round. And our player of the match is going to be handed out by Amanda's sister, Wakang Nsane, who is number 19 for the Lesotho national team. Wakang, congratulations. How do you feel about your performance?
I'm very happy. I didn't expect this, but I'm really happy. And I'm happy for my team that is developing so much. Thank you so much.
Arabuga, that development, what were the biggest lessons from this competition?
We managed to score. Yeah, that's the development in our team.
And finally, as a young woman who plays for the Lesotho national team, this is your third time back at this competition. The biggest lessons that you will take personally for yourself?
Killing me a lot in this tournament, that we must man up and fight for our team.
Well, congratulations. That is Bokang Nsane, who is a defender for the Lesotho national team. A third time lucky, and her saying that there are a lot of lessons that they get to take up, but the biggest one being that they need to fight until the end. We'll be joined now by her head coach. Coach, it looked like you had a grip of it until the very end.
Yeah, you see, today's game wasn't easy for us. We had to score a lot of goals because we conceded a lot of goals yesterday, or in fact the day before. And psychologically, it affected them. But what I can say is they gave their all, man. They did all they can do, but unfortunately, we didn't actually achieve what we wanted to achieve. But I think, like I said, the commitment they displayed today, it was amazing. But on top of that, it would be wise maybe to congratulate Mozambique for qualifying to the next level. But like my player said, now we really learned a lot from these games. It is up to us now to make sure that we develop whatever we missed to develop before coming to this tournament. But all in all, I think we did well.
One thing that Bokang said was a goal that you guys achieved was that at least getting the ball into the back of the net. This is not your first time in this competition. Just how much pressure is there on you as a coach now going back to Lesotho and saying we're exiting from the group stage yet again?
I hate the word pressure. People are always talking about pressure, but I think it goes down to how we prepared for the tournament. It goes down on how we prepared them mentally. So I think all we need to do as a country is to make sure that our players are mentally strong. Because if we can see a game against Zimbabwe, once we conceded, everyone was down. We started losing shape. We started playing a confused game. So I think we should at least make sure that we address a lot of issues before we come to these tournaments, because this is where they are exposed and they need to at least change their lives in terms of going to better teams or like that. So I think if we can just make sure that we prepare them mentally, we'll still have a great team.
And Coach, I think a lot of people would say, why was there omission of Rabale within this competition?
I don't want to get to that, please. There are a lot of issues and I don't want to get into them.
Alrighty, Coach. Thank you so much. Better luck next time. That is the coach of Lesotho. As many would ask as to why Rabale was omitted from this competition, he says he doesn't want to get into it because that is a prolific striker who is from the national team and was identified at COSAFA and now plies a trade at Mamelodi Sundowns. With us now is Coach Victor, who possibly at this point has a sigh of relief. Coach, you had to grab it in the last minute. Your thoughts, please.
Yes, let me say congratulations my players, because they was very competitive, especially in second half. We created a lot of chance first half and then we didn't score. But let me say that Lesotho was well organized defensively. We didn't penetrate in that block that was made for us. It was very difficult, but I'm so proud of the ladies, what they did, especially in second half. And let me deserve this winner of the game and thinking about South Africa in the semi-final.
South Africa being your next opponent, was this a good run out first as a warm-up game?
Yes, South Africa has got a very good team. I know football, the style of football they're playing. We'll try to do our best. I'm going to make some change because it will not be easy. You see, we have only one day tomorrow. I must have recovering my players. And so I need a lot of people to support Mozambique. These results qualified to the semi-final. It's for everyone who's in Mozambique who support this special federation, created a lot of condition. And the COSAFA too give us the opportunity to play. But if you play in this ground, you'll see a good football. I prefer to make semi-final in this good, very good stadium.
Well, it's going to the Isaac Wilson Stadium, Coach, and I just want to know from your game plan on just how Mozambique then plays, which part of your game would you like to strengthen and you would like to fix tomorrow, as it is your rest day, going into that semi-final?
No, tomorrow nothing I will do. I will just recover my players. First, today I'm going to analyze our game against Lesotho, and then tomorrow I will make a plan after watching different games of South Africa, because I know South Africa, but let me say that South Africa knows Mozambique, because those games was alive, and all of them, maybe some of the coach of the South Africa, they was here watching this match. But I will be more compact, because as you see, I had a lot of problem in transition, defense from attack to defense. I think last minute, Lesotho get one opportunity, but they didn't score. I don't know some situation about VAR. I will analyze it. One of the ball, I think, it was in. But congratulations, the ladies, the referees. They did a good job.
And finally, Coach, so the decision-making when you got set pieces, are you satisfied with the decisions that you made? Because one would say that it was that last one where it's like, that should have happened a long time ago.
Today we had a lot of set pieces. But I think Lesotho make their plan, and then they did give us a possible to score today. It's not easy. Every team has got people who analyze the game. They make a scout about that. So we'll make another strategy for set pieces because it's very crucial and very important. I know South Africa has got a very good goalkeeper. In set pieces, she's good. We'll not commit any mistake in our zone.
Alrighty, Coach, all the best. But also, people would want to know why you prefer this stadium as opposed to the Isaac Wolfson.
You see, it's a very good stadium.
Okay.
And fantastic people here.
Okay.
It's a stadium for someone who knows Nelson Mandela. That's why I prefer to play here.
Alrighty. Well, Coach, congratulations and all the best in the semis.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach Victor, really excited about qualifying into the semis. That's where they're set to meet South Africa. And as it stands, officially only 4 teams remain within the competition. 10 have officially bowed out. Zambia and Malawi will be the other semi-final that will go head-to-head. Tomorrow being a rest day, which is preparations for the semi-finals. Kicks off on Thursday, and this will be at the Isaac Wilson Stadium. From myself and the rest of the team, we see you yet again on Thursday for more tantalizing action in the HollywoodBets COSAFA Women's Championship 2024.
Yeah, Mozambique is trying to win the possession back every time they lose it immediately. Not try to allow Lesotho.
Here's a chance for Lesotho. And an opportunity to get a goal! Brilliance! Molifi. Well, Tebo Heleng and the ball coming in from the left-hand side. But you've got to look at Molifi, who was twisting and turning and looking for a player to make the run. And obliging in that particular moment is Ntebo Heleng. Keeper had no chance.
Yeah, Mozambique with a lot of players in the box, a lot of defenders in their box, but the organization leaves a lot to be desired on that occasion, and allowing the Lesotho player in the far post with the left back nowhere to be found from Mozambique.
The aim of this tournament to take ordinary into extraordinary. Talking about extraordinary, this is where Barbara Banda also gained her international experience. This is where she was seen starting at this level. Credit for it. It's another player being clipped on in the ankles. Ball in the box. Keeper! That ball almost trickled over the line. My immediate acknowledgement of that is that it was a goal he played. And I'm sure VAR will agree if called upon. The keeper made a hash of it. And subsequently, that, if you look at where the ball lands, it's a very difficult one to call from that particular angle. I think the decisions are much quicker in this game. Whatever the method and the ingredients are, I'm sure Makalima will share with the rest. Kuta closed down and a deflection, rising in a corner.
Check complete very swiftly, and the match continues again.
Very decisive in the decision making. Lonica, here's a chance for Mozambique! And the keeper makes a save. It's not done yet. Another hand to it and gets it furthest away. That's taken. Keeper did well to deflect that into the air, giving herself a chance to compete in the end. And Amelia. Sidalia. Lonica, Sidalia. And she did it alone. Sidalia did well to stay on her feet. Is Sidalia. She's got the skill, she's got the intelligence, needs the cross and delivers a good one. And again, unlucky Mozambique. Ball laid back and that ricochet for a corner.
What they need is just eluding them at the moment, and Kuta again at the forefront of everything. The keeper obviously could have done better, and again the crossbar to the rescue. Yeah, taking off an attacker was the wrong option. I think you should have sacrificed either defender or midfielder to add more attackers in there and try and get the equalizing goal.
It was oohs and ahs.
Of the crossbar bouncing on it, but
yeah,
it was kind of a just hit and hope.
Yeah, that's what the stats say, off target.
Yeah, no, they don't have a chance to go through, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're just there to make sure.
Oh, keeper, fantastic save. Does well to stay on her feet. 3 goals, they'll look back and say, we could have done better. So they will go on top of the group, that is Zimbabwe, if the scoreline remains as is. So very much an outside chance. Kota! Beauty! This is heartbreak. This is heartbreak. She connected onto that ball. Brilliant ball, brilliant effort. Kuta getting the control, and that ball just ricocheting for a Kuta who was in a good position from the wing. We questioned her moving out.
Fantastic strike, you know, to the far post there. Knew exactly what she was trying to do.
Mozambique, a team that is set and geared. Keeper in no man's land comes out. The mistakes will trickle in, but she's fortunate that they didn't get that ball on target. So a decent day at the office by the officials, and we confirm the scoreline from the Madiba Stadium. Mozambique and Lesotho. We bid farewell to Madiba's Stadium, and the action will take place at the Wolfson Stadium, the semi-finals. As
media colleagues, welcome to post-match press conference of match number